Hey, have you heard about that new anime that's coming out next year? You know, the one that I'm talking about, right? That thing that they call solo leveling? Yeah, that one. Isn't it kind of hard to figure out what the hell solo leveling is about? Well, if solo leveling is not on your list to watch, I highly suggest that you put it on your list. And here are some things that you should know before watching solo leveling next year. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Mel, the host of this channel. Solo leveling is coming out next year, January 2024. But I think I should start off with the basics, right? So what is solo leveling? Solo leveling is originally a webtoon slash manhwa. And if you've never heard of the word manhwa before, that's basically what manga is, but in Korea. So what makes solo leveling unique off the bat is that its original sourcing is from Korean creators. Normally when we get anime, a lot of it is original stories from Japanese creators or from manga and light novels from Japan. And if you've watched the trailer so far, then you'll notice that all of the main characters and all of the different characters in Solo Leveling have Korean names. And what's great is that they will retain their Korean names, because there are times in which anime adapted from a manhwa or a webtoon, they kind of convert the names into like different names, so it's Japanese to appeal, I guess, to the audience at home. And while I don't know if it's been explicitly announced or described within the trailers for Solo Leveling, the whole premise of Solo Leveling is that our main character, Sung Ji-woo, is a hunter. In this universe of Solo Leveling, about a decade before present time of the story, there were these portals that started appearing on Earth. These portals, they like to coin as dungeons because there are monsters in them. And if these dungeons were not defeated, the monsters would leak out and they would create havoc on Earth. So when this happened, they created this whole thing called the Hunters Association, created all these different guilds in which people can make money by going into these dungeons, defeating the monsters, and officially closing the portal slash dungeons down. With the appearance of all of these portals though, a small select few humans on planet Earth were given the ability or super abilities to basically fight against these monsters. These people are called hunters, especially if you do choose to partake. Sung Ji-woo is known to be the weakest hunter in the whole storyline. He has absolutely the lowest stats and the lowest ranks, and he is always injured. The story is a classic underdog story, but maybe a more intensified underdog story in which one day Sung Ji-woo's life drastically changes. And from there on out, every obstacle that Sung Ji-woo, let's just call him Ji-woo to keep it short, every obstacle he faces just seems to escalate more and more. The stakes are just constantly more dire, and it leaves the viewer or the reader of Solo Leveling wondering, how the is Ji-woo going to get over it this time? It always makes for a really impossible situation, and the solutions are always really drastic and crazy. But that's what makes the story so lovable and dynamic. Hence why it's getting an anime adaptation. Because not often do we get Korean manhwa or webtoons that are animated. Solo Leveling has already had tons of popularity for a while now, since before the announcement of the adaptation. It has had 2.4 million readers worldwide, and since 2021, the manhwa has since wrapped. So if you're looking to read Solo Leveling before the anime comes out, you could probably binge read it before January. And if you don't know anything about Korean manhwa, what makes it really different, obviously from the fact that it's created in Korea, is that unlike manga, it is full of color. There's about 170 chapters, over 170 chapters, I think exactly 179 chapters for the entire series of Solo Leveling, with about an average of 30 pages. And so you also know, while Solo Leveling is done and has been wrapped since 2021, they are working on the release of Solo Leveling Ragnarok to be released in 2024 or start publishing in 2024, which is a direct sequel from Solo Leveling. Oh, and I may have forgotten to mention about the premise of the story. While Sung Ji-woo is this huge underdog that is overcoming these insane obstacles, they introduce a very unique element into the storyline that I guess you could that is kind of indicated in the title. They introduce this like gaming system, this video gaming system, and I won't go into too too much detail for those who want to wait and watch the anime, but it really takes the whole story and spins it on its head to the point that the reader and the main character, Jin-woo, doesn't understand what going on. None of us know what is actually going on, I think, until at least halfway through the story, generously speaking. And if the storyline doesn't get you excited, then the studio that is animating Solo Leveling is A1 Pictures. A1 Pictures in more recent time has known to animate some action-heavy anime. Some of these anime are inclusive of 86, Mashal, and Nier. They have also animated Licorice, Recoil, and Kaguya-sama Love is War. So not only do we know that we're going to get beautiful animation, but we are also going to get well-animated fight scenes because Solo Leveling is combat intense. Now, if this video was a fact overload for you, here's where I can tell you in short bullet points. It's a unique storyline that comes from Korea. We're gonna have fantastic animation, suspense, and action coming out of Solo Leveling next year. So make sure that you tune in when it starts airing in January. But if you are a reader of Solo Leveling, whether you're reading now or whether you finished reading it, please hit me up on Instagram and let me know what you're most looking forward to being animated in Solo Leveling, or comment down in the comment section below. But if you have not read Solo Leveling, hopefully this video piques your interest in Solo Leveling and you'll check it out next year. That way you and I can talk about it when it starts to get animated. Thank you so much for joining. If you liked this video, please make sure you check out some of the other videos on my channel. But that's gonna do it for me today. I'm Mel, the host of this channel. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.